Colin, I was expecting a bit of drama at my first WRC event. I don't think anything could have prepared me for today. It is day 2 of Rally Japan, the first full day of rallying, and boy did it deliver. Do we start from stage 2, the first stage this morning?
I guess we have to. We could actually go a little bit earlier than that. When we got up this morning and met at the car first thing, and we thought, oh, this is a little bit wet.
Yes.
But it just got wetter and wetter and wetter as we headed into the mountains and the hills where the stages are. The rain just kept coming down. It was absolutely torrential. And we talked to a number of the drivers before that opening stage, and you could feel the tension, couldn't you? They were apprehensive, almost nervous about the conditions and the stages. And, well, quite a number of them had every right to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, there was definitely a feeling this morning of people not really sure how the day was going to pan out. And for a lot of our drivers, I think the mood this evening has taken a turn that they didn't quite expect to happen so early on in the rally.
Well, that's it, it all kicked off in that opening stage, the Isugami Tunnel stage. We were watching the splits, weren't we? And we saw Robin Perra coming through in really difficult conditions, and he'd lost an awful lot of time. First on the road, he was splashing through the puddles, he was moving standing water, he was moving debris off the road. He was effectively, which is practically unheard of on tarmac, he was cleaning the road, he was creating a line for the cars behind. We watched his split, we watched Elvin's split come in, we watched Elvin's time come in, and Elvin was miles quicker. And then we looked a little bit further back and we saw Takamoto's split, and it was like, this is unreal.
Yeah.
He was absolutely flying through the opener.
I don't think any of us could find the words in the car. We were all a bit flabbergasted by what we were seeing, hearing.
It was incredible. And then, no, he stopped. He stopped in the stage. And that's where the drama really all started.
Yeah.
We had 3 cars having issues on that opening stage. There was, obviously Taka-san was the first car, Danny Sordo the second, Adrian Formo the third. We got to that spot, and you can have a look at the video up there if you want the full interview. We will shortly play you the interview with Adrian Formo that explains exactly what happened. But to try and sum it up, the conditions were treacherous. There was water running down the road like a river. There was a stretch of brand new tarmac. It was an uphill right-hander that tightened. Wasn't enormously quick. But as they were coming up that hill towards that right-hander, on that new tarmac, braking hard, all 3 of them had the same problem. They lost braking, they lost steering. Now, Taka-san got away with it. He seems to, we're not quite sure what happened, he seems to have got hold of the handbrake, spun the car around, it's hit the tree. He's damaged the car, but he's managed to continue on. Sordo and Formo, well, the tree, they were slightly to the right, and they basically went and dropped off the road, fell off the road, didn't they? Yeah. And into that river. It was the end of their rally. Bad luck, bad judgment, one of those things. I'm not sure, Holly.
Well, let's hear what Adrian had to say about that stage 2.
Well, we head from hairpin right, so in slow corner. Then there was an easy left, and right after the easy left, there was the water line because we had a really heavy rain, and we just accompanied under the braking, so it was like ice. I couldn't expect anything. I had no info, etc. But I can see now that it's changing really quickly. Because in 20 minutes ago, it was 2 water lines all along the road, and now there is nothing. So it changed really quickly, depending the rain. And yeah, Danny tried to slow down, but I didn't see him in the hairpin. I had some fog in the windscreen, and he wasn't inside. I didn't see him. But right after the corner, it wasn't like I was pushing or whatever. I just wanted to get through because there was fog on the windscreen. So we were like, okay, we want to finish. But then when I hit the brakes, the car completely slid. And
that was quite a spectacle for the first stage of the day. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Do you know what? I'm racking my brain. I'm racking my brain to think of a situation like that before. There are 1 or 2 that we've seen in the past, but not recently, not in the last 10 or 15 years. I don't remember a spot that claimed so many of our top cars. I remember in Jordan a few years ago with Konrad Rautenbach and Sebastian Loeb. Basically, the entrance into the stage was the same as the exit out, and they went head on, one going up the hill, one coming down the hill, on a road section, not in the stage itself. So quite different, a little bit similar. But no, at that point we're thinking, because we eventually got there, as you could tell, this is it. This has just been the most dramatic of days. At lunchtime, the leaderboard looked really odd because we had Mikkelsen in 4th, we had huge gaps, and we thought, whew, let's just look forward to maybe a slightly more gentle afternoon's rallying. It didn't really work out that way, did it?
It didn't. There was a point of time that we thought that they might maybe call off some of the afternoon stages as well, but that didn't happen, and the drama only seemed to build after lunchtime.
The sun didn't quite come out, but certainly the rain stopped, and we thought, let's just look forward to some great rallying. We did see some great rallying, but we saw some more drama.
The weather improved slightly, as you mentioned, and it gave Takamoto that opportunity for a bit of revenge. He totally turned today around and put in some incredible times.
Oh, this afternoon, winning all 3 stages. Just incredible from Takamoto Katsuta. You look back to that opening stage in the morning and that split. Had he managed to get away with that moment on that corner, got to the end of the stage, the rally was his to win. It was Takamoto's to win.
Yeah.
He had such an enormous lead, or potentially he had such an enormous lead at the end of that opening stage. He could have had an enormous lead. What we've seen this afternoon is he would have had the pace to defend that lead. Rallying is full of what ifs, ifs, buts, maybes.
Yeah.
But Taka-san this evening will go back to his hotel to do his homework, and he'll be thinking, have I had a great day? Have I had a terrible day? He's won 3 stages in a row. He's never done that in a rally car in the World Rally Championship before. What could have been? For me, it's confirmation that Taka-san has the ability, particularly here in Japan, to win rallies.
Yeah.
The conditions were really difficult this afternoon. We will come to the other drama, but no one was taking it absolutely easily. They were all pushing as hard as they felt comfortable. And Taka-san showed that he had the quality to win stages. And when you've got the quality to win consecutive stages like that, you have the quality to build a rally that can deliver a win. And I think Taka-san will go away thinking, okay, I did put that behind me. I've moved forward. Today, I think, was a good day for Taka-san.
Yeah, it was definitely a day of 2 halves for him.
Yeah.
And another driver that experienced similar, but the opposite way around, Thierry Neuville. Tell us about his stage 6, was it?
I think it was. We managed to get to it, and again, button up there, press that little button, and you can go and have a look at the full story of Thierry Neuville's incident. Neuville and Elvin Evans at lunchtime, I think there was 25 seconds between them. Neuville came out in the afternoon and he was clearly intent on putting some pressure on Evans. He had a fantastic opening stage. He found a rhythm. He looked comfortable. Well, as comfortable as you could be in those conditions. He then went into the second stage in the loop and inexplicably, not even 100 metres in, the first right-hand corner, he's off. He's off the road. He's effectively in a ditch and his rally is over. Wow. We saw him, quite a bit of him actually, after that, and he said that's as short a stage as he has ever driven. It wasn't even 100 metres in, I don't think.
No, it was. It was a shock again for us, sat waiting patiently, watching results come in, and then I think it was over the live stream we heard that's Thierry Neuville off.
And we'd only just passed the spot, hadn't we, at the entrance to the stage?
Just past the entrance, and sat there for a little while, sort of debating what to do. Do we go on to see the remainder of the stages for the day, or do we wait it out, hear what Thierry had to say? And I think it was nice of us to go in, to see him, to get some chat, to get a look at that car. We were the only people on that stage when we arrived.
We were. Don't think every day's like this, Holly. That's your first full day with us out in the stages. There's always excitement in rallying. There's always drama. There's always something to admire, something to maybe sympathise with. But today, I don't remember a day quite as dramatic as this one. And Neuville, Thierry Neuville is such an intelligent driver. And there's no question it was a mistake. It was a downhill right-hander. There was a compression. He just went too fast. He went too fast into that compression, knocked the car out of line. Again, we're on to some new shiny tarmac. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't hold it on the line. It slipped off, bang. It was all over.
Yeah.
Just one of those days that, when they come along, you'll remember them forever. It was really entertaining is not the word, but exciting probably.
Just had a bit too much energy into the compression. I bottom and it kicked me out the line. So obviously there was no real space for going wide. So yeah, it was immediate stop.
Dirtfish Live Center.
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 Well, it wasn't a completely disastrous day for Thierry Neuville because, do you know what, at the end of the day, he had the pleasure, he had the treat of a lift back to service in the Dirtfish car, an hour of our company.
What a lucky bloke.
The day has been Toyota's day, and we talked about this a lot yesterday, didn't we, Holly? How important this rally is for Toyota. It's a Toyota 1-2-3 at the end of the day, and okay, Takamoto Katsuta is down in, I think it's around about 8th or 9th, but you know he's won 3 out of the afternoon stages. So yeah, it's been a strong day for Toyota, a strong day for Elvin Evans.
It certainly has. I think all of the drivers have at least something to be happy about, to be thankful for overnight, and hopefully that will serve them well going into tomorrow. Obviously, we'll want to see the 3 drivers back in tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah.
Is it looking likely?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. You said it. You know, the car that had the most damage on it was Taka-san's car. Thierry's car, yeah, there was damage to the front suspension. He was bogged. That was the only reason he couldn't get out. Front suspension damage, they can fix that easily. Sordo, little bit of front suspension damage as well to his car, should be fixable. Formo's car looked as if, you know, if they'd craned it out, he could almost have driven it away. So, yeah, fingers crossed we'll have our full complement tomorrow of Rally 1 cars.
And I will very much be looking forward to it. I don't quite know if we could do with as much drama tomorrow as what we've had today.
It's been a busy one, hasn't it?
It has been busy.
Yeah.
Been very, very busy. But if there is drama, I'm sure there will be some. We will definitely be keeping you up to date on the Dirtfish Live Centre, on Instagram, on YouTube, X as well.
X as well, yeah.
Lots of places to keep your eyes peeled.
All our socials, Facebook, TikTok,
and TikTok.
they're all there.
I got
They're
4 out
all
of
there.
6.
You're nearly there. It is going to be another fascinating day. You've been watching the weather, Holly. What can we expect for the weather tomorrow?
A little bit of rain, not as wet as what it was today, which I'm sure all of our drivers will be thankful for. Me as well. My shoes are starting to get a little bit soggy. But yeah,
mine
hopefully
still absolutely
a
soaked.
little bit more predictable weather, make those conditions a little bit nicer for the drivers, and we shall see what pans out.
We will indeed. It's going to be a fun day. Lots of rallying still to come in this one. You know, what we saw today is, because of the nature of these roads, because they're so tight, because they're so unforgiving, you have to be accurate, you have to be precise, and the slightest bit of inaccuracy, the slightest issue, the punishment is severe, isn't it? So yeah, I still think there's plenty to be delivered here at Rally Japan.
Of course, and we hope that we'll see you along whenever it happens.